What's up, everybody at home? Welcome to the second episode of the second season of our podcast, Izinja, zeGame, proudly powered by MTNFC. And I'm your host, Josta Dladla. Our guest for today, I've always told you that I'm going to bring you the biggest stars like in the show and whatever. He's one of the biggest that has ever, done, South African jersey, played in the PSL as well. I think this guy just loves to be a leader. I could never be a captain. And when I say you look at somebody like this guy can actually be one of the captains in the team. He's that type of guy, always serious, hard worker, as much as he jokes around, but once he steps on the field, it's one of those people that, is always going to lead by example. Played for Pirates, played for Wits University, ended up calling it Bidvet Wits, but he started with the original team before it was changed the name back in the days. Ended up at the Platinum?
Yes, Platinum
Sundowns. Also a few caps with Bafana Bafana. We're going to talk about that. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome Mr. Benson Mhlongo, Mayanga. What's up, my boy?
Mnande Josta, thanks for having me, my brother. It's been a long time.
It's been a long time, bro. I know we spoke when I started the podcast, and you were like, I'm not coming to your podcast because I got my own.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that you're here, and I'm glad that we're supporting each other. Some people, if they had a type of show that I'm having, would be like, no, I can't be coming to yours, because I've got my own. But I really appreciate it because people don't know. The thing is, people don't know, the person behind the person that used to be so hard on the field. There's an other side that a lot of people don't know. I know, some people called you a mechanic once in a while. We're going to talk about that. But what is Benson up to lately, bro? What are you up to? What's going on? Okay, let's start with the transition. Since you stopped playing, football, how's the transition been?
How can I put it? Bizarre, shocking.
What? Okay.
Yes, it was after playing, I ventured into coaching, only to find out that there's a lot of people that know football or think they know football. And now you get to understand and feel sorry for what you've done to your ex-coaches. Because some of them, the decisions that they took was not from them. It was from above. So for me, it's shocking because I thought being a coach is a teacher. But being a coach in this country don't allow you to teach these boys the fundamentals of how to play the game in order to be professional, or fundamentals why you play the game to be a good human being. So I don't know. That's why I say bizarre, shocking. It's just another world that has a lot of politics in it.
So now you understand what you used to put the coaches through when you're still a player. When it was, I'll call a few names, right? So you used to hang around Vuyo, used to hang around Lerato,
yes.
You used to hang around the late Oscar.
Oscar, yes.
You guys were you guys were naughty, right? So now you understand. You guys were really naughty because I played with you guys. Now you understand what you guys used to do to coaches as now you are the coach.
That's a funny way how people see it. That group of players you mentioned, Vuyo, Lerato, the late Oscar, Shakes, they were not naughty. They were outgoing people.
Yeah.
When you say naughty, you're talking about someone that missed training session. You talk about someone that comes late.
Okay, I take it back.
You talk someone that is not committed.
No. Okay,
so they were outgoing.
Okay, let me reconstruct the question or rephrase it a bit, right?
Thank you.
Yeah. I know you guys are all professionals. I know you guys never used to sleep, but you were the first at training, and every time we ran, you guys were the first in the group that were running, that were leading the group. So you never missed training and whatever.
Yes, the problem was the cologne. The cologne
but the lifestyle
was different.
Okay, let's talk about the lifestyle. The professionalism was there. When you guys were stepped on, walked into the village, let's say the
pitch,
right? Or even the clubhouse, the mindset changed. Yes. Whatever. But what you guys did when you were out there, it was totally different. So now, as a coach now, when these boys are doing the very same thing that you guys were doing when you guys were kids, how does it feel? Like, how do you approach it?
It's funny because I allow my players to enjoy life.
Yeah.
Be outgoing. Because my training session, whatever you took yesterday, you take it out. So I think we are more fitter because if the training sessions were hard, you're going to limit the consumption. So
consumption
of alcohol. It's not to be true. Honestly, my players, I don't judge them on what they're doing. As long as they're on time and they do the work perfectly. But I always give example and advice of what happens now. Back in the days when we grew up supporting Shoes Mushweu, the late Lucas Shakes, why these guys were playing good football? Because after the game, they'll go to a tavern, spend time and talk about the game. We never used to have media that will talk about alcohol and everything. No, that's when they do their own analysis. Now we've got videos. Now we're making excuses. If a player now is not disciplined, as you complain about alcohol, why do you feel them? It's just an excuse for us not to accept that we're losing. Look, Lerato even left football being a star, man.
Yeah.
Yes, being a star. Now, why don't you talk about millionaires that are bankrupt? Money has got its own language. Money has got education. If you're not educated about money, we are not. So whether we buy rides or we drink, it's because we never had education how to spend our money. So the best thing that we did is to enjoy it. And did we fight? No. But we're enjoying with our supporters.
Yeah.
We are not doing funny things. There were no rape charges involved. There were no brawls involved. It was just us having fun on and off the field. So people must get it straight. We're not like the others that were skipping training, skipping games.
Yeah, true.
So don't compare the two.
True. Yeah. Yeah, I try to, I remember one time when you had a microbus.
Yeah.
Pick me up in my
Put
house.
me in trouble that one.
And then yeah, so this guy had a microbus, and that microbus, every time him, Voyo, the players that are called out, they used to be filled up in that truck, and then they're like, Josta, we're now Kenya, we coming to fetch you. So I decided to have go for a ride with these boys. Yo, the biggest mistake I've ever made. I remember 12 o'clock. We never ate the whole day, right?
We never ate.
You guys were just drinking. And I'm like, guys, when are we eating? 12 o'clock, I remember I'm like, Benson, you got to drop me off at home. They dropped me off at home. I'm thinking this guy's okay, fine, they're going to go home. They kept on driving. You guys were driving the whole of Joburg, right? You used to do that, right?
No, we used to have clubs where they invite us. So we were VIP there. So now when we finish in Pretoria, hey, remember the invitation in Rosebank. Then we go and check out that invitation. Look, it's a balance. We knew how to balance it. We know how to balance it. The only problem is that media used to take that information and try to destroy us.
Yeah.
But because we are so disciplined and so fit, just
how you guys played.
It didn't match.
Yeah.
And I had one journalist, one of the gatherings I went last month, they were crying about social media and technology is killing the industry of publication. I said, I'm glad that you feel the pain, because the only thing that you guys are focusing on is the negatives. Now teams are taking over their stories to protect their brand. They don't write about negatives.
Yeah.
Every household has its own problems. You can't be going around talking about your uncle, what he does, or your father, your mother, your brother. No. So our publication exposed the negativity too much to this industry that even sponsorships are not scared to be involved with soccer. In the Africa, we know more dominant because they don't fear us because of the negativity that is published. It was good for them because people were buying, but it is bad now when teams now protect their own brand. I think it's time for them to feel the pain.
One team like that I know is Chiefs. They
Yeah,
don't
what
allow
goes
a lot of
around comes
guys.
around.
Yeah, they felt like, most of the publications were going after their players. So then to protect their players, they didn't allow certain like journalists into the village, right? And then I know a lot of other teams started doing that, but truth was the story of the microbus. You dropped me off at home, you went out again. It took me 5 days to recover after that day, after spending time with you guys. But the next day, you guys were the first training. And then I remember when it was like, was it who was the coach? Who was the coach?
Angel Kappa.
Angel Kappa. When they said start running, you guys were leading the group, were leading the pack. Every time you guys stepped on the ground, like you said, you guys were like leading the pack as well, took responsibility. You guys were leaders. You could never see the lifestyle that you had outside of football on the field. So I understand where you're coming from. You know what I mean? Because the English players also, like, they drink a lot after the game.
Remember, I've played cricket.
Yeah.
And at Vets, I used to join. Yes, I used to join the Lions.
Yeah.
So they just enjoy themselves. Even after training, they have a glass of beer, and that it's not a problem to them. Is that whatever you do outside, make sure it doesn't affect your career or affect your performance. When you talk about career, none of them affected their careers. It's only affected their pocket.
Yeah.
If you talk about career, Oscar, yes, they chased him away, but you're still a good player. Even today, there's not even 10 that you can mention around Lerato Shabang.
But do you think, like, because you could control it, but when you look at Lerato, how he turned out later after football, how people like look at him like, wasted the money, did that and that. Do you think he could have done better?
With that Caravella, why as an adult I could stand up, and I'm not denying it, but I was more of trying to make sure that they don't go to places that are rough, because I'm from the township. Okay. I always say when there's a fight, I'll come in between because I know a lot of people. That was my job. Not to say I allowed them to drink, but I couldn't fight them or stop them. I needed them to play. But I understood that these young boys are just like fun. Yeah. So I made sure that I'm with them. For them to come to training, when they're in my kumbi, they will go to training because I'm going to park them by the clubhouse.
Is that what you, like, that was the whole idea that you had when you bought that?
When Gordon fought me and say, I'm the one that's destroying their career, it's when I sold it. And I let everything loose. That's when they were afraid, if you can remember.
That part, yeah.
When I sold it, then no one could. That's when they started skipping training, having problems. It's because I was not around anymore. I just bought a car and leave my life alone because they said I'm the one that's causing trouble. Instead, I was the one that was suffering to put them in line. Say one day they'll understand.
You still do mentorship, bro? Like I hear people saying, like,
it's part of my life.
So who do you mentor? Like it's like school
anyone,
kids or anybody?
Anyone, kids, anyone. Is when we talk as men, we have to mentor each other.
Yeah.
When you find a young girl, you have to mentor. So what I do is every year I try to visit schools, go around, just visit LFA teams, and then in Captain Park there's a group of boys that foreigners and local that are trying to play the game, just to motivate them, keep on going, because there's no club there. But I go and train them. It's part of motivation, and also talk to them.
Then how do people like reach you if they want to, like, invite you for mentor, for like, to speak at their businesses or to speak with their kids, like, the email, like, on Insta?
Yes, I've got Instagram, that's Benson Mhlongo.
Yeah.
Facebook is Benson Mhlongo.
Yeah. And
then email is benson.mhlongo@gmail.com.
Okay.
Yes, you can. It's there when you go to my Instagram to show that I'm a mentor.
Yeah, and like in terms of coaching, like how's that going? Like I know, like you were coaching at TS. What is it?
SSU.
Yeah. What
the
happened
last time?
Yeah.
Same thing. When the club is yours and you feel you can do better, I just give you the space. I go home.
So what happened? You had a fight with like the owner. What happened? Because you were doing well. I know you were doing well.
It's never been about results anywhere I go. as TS Sporting first season, I was number 1 first round, doing good. If I cannot teach a young boy or help a young boy, guide him towards being a professional, I don't think I'm doing justice to myself.
Yeah.
I can't be jealous of where I ended. Mine is to produce the players that will play beyond me, go overseas.
Yeah.
Win World Cup because I didn't play World Cup because of injury. So my ambition are bigger than what's happening now. Results are not, I'm not driven by results. I'm driven by improvement and playing the game in the right way. So if the boys cannot play the game the right way, they won't go anywhere. I can't be part of that. I can't be part of a generation after 10 years. I'll be mentioned to say my career was destroyed by Coach Benson. No, mine is that after 10 years, a boy must say, thanks to Coach Benson, he taught me life lessons. I've achieved more than. Look, I don't need to achieve anymore in this game. I've achieved. Mine is to plow back.
Yeah.
So that's a platform I need. I don't want to win. Win will come automatically. If people are doing the right things, you win automatically.
The basics.
Yes. Yeah. Winning is about doing the right things. So if you can't do the right things and expect winning, then that's why they go and buy refs.
Oh, is that what they do? Like apparently there's a lot of like,
it happens.
Is that the third division or the second division?
It happens from championship to second. We just want to ignore it. It's the truth. This game will never change until there's an inquiry of football, and ref that are being bought, they must just be banned for life. If you do something to a club or coach, they ban you for life as a player. But to some stakeholders, it's understandable.
Stakeholders and refs and whatever.
It's understandable.
Like, apparently, like there's some terrible like decisions that the referees are making, like when it comes to like playoffs and all those type of. I've never seen it. People shooting at each other on the field and all those type of things. Is that real?
A law's gonna still come. We're gonna have fatalities on the ground going forward. Look, we cannot lie and say things are rosy. No. Football now is in a state where we were during apartheid. If NC didn't stand up and say this life that we are living is not worth being in South Africa, we were not treated as human, life would still be the same. It's time for us to stand up and say the game is going to the wrong direction.
Now let's talk about when you go to Vets, the players that were there that looked after you. Obviously, like you, it was like it was a lot of players that I worked with, a lot of Grootmans. But how was it? How was the experience, and like which players were there? Like which players guided you through the process?
I think that was a GUN. GNU now. Yeah, is it GUN or GNU?
What's that?
What's happening in the politics? GNU.
Let's ask the guys that understand.
It's GNU.
Yeah.
I think it was GNU.
Yeah.
I think that's when democracy started, at Vets.
Oh, yes.
When I look at the dynamics, we were living peace. We were testimony to how transformation should be done and what is equality at Vets. I've learned a lot. We had Josta Dladla, Josta Dladla. This guy is speak well English, dress funny, hip hop guy. He's quick.
True that.
He's driving an Uno, mind his own business. He likes to laugh a lot.
Yeah, that's true.
Those are the guys that played a role in Makai. Then there was Ashley Makai, and that actually taught me about save, about how to look after a man. He took me and bought Tez for 50,000.
Wait, the Tez that he bought, eh?
Yes.
We were all together.
Yes.
I remember we walked to the garage
so to show us that I play for Farafana, but don't buy a fancy car. Just focus on your career. We had Oscar Mootlo. Oh, what a good guy. The late Mishak Totetsi. Roman Malgu.
Fire. Guy that was kicking everything in front of him.
So we had the youth and senior players that we are only there to play the game and also to be family. Maybe that's why I kept on drinking beer, because we were drinking after the match.
Every Friday.
So we were family. Football was competition. It was not about life and death.
Yeah.
Yeah, so honestly, the vet squad taught me life. It testified of what I want to achieve. to say colors is not an issue. A human being is a human being. So I actually emphasize the way I want to live life, to say I'm in the right path.
Within what 2-3 seasons, you got a chance to go play for one of the biggest teams, one of the most successful teams in the country right now, Sundowns. How did that move come around, bro? So quick. I mean, it was really quick. Within 2 seasons, right?
No, it was
3
not.
seasons.
It was not so quick. Remember, you went to Denmark.
I went to Denmark. I left you there. Yeah, I think I stayed when you came. Within a few months, I left. 6 months later, I left.
Yeah, you went to Denmark. Yeah, you had connections.
No, my connections was play well. I understood that I needed to play well. I didn't know who was watching.
You did.
So all that thing that say play as if it's your last game, and the way you playing, make sure that you do well because you never know who's watching.
No, I think you knew who was watching. Your hip hop fans were watching. You were playing for them, so you were motivated to play well. So it didn't happen as people are saying it. Wow, you've signed for the biggest team. No, it was a forced move.
What?
2004, I came back from Africa, injured, ACL and PCL ligament gone. I didn't want to do operation, so I stayed home. Then twice when the season started, I joined the team, and we played against Pirates, first game. But I told Roger, my knee is not okay, it's not stable. He said, but give me just 45 minutes, I'll be fine. We agree on that. Can you strap it? I said, no. If you strap it, the likes of Villagas, and then they'll see me and they'll come at me.
That's what you said?
Yeah, they'll come at me. So don't strap it so that they believe I'm okay. So he played the game. Halftime says, how do you feel? I said, I think I can give you 10 more. I went in second half, I scored a goal and I came out immediately. Because when I land, corner kick, when I landed after the hit, I felt it that, no, it's gone.
It's gone, yeah.
Then I went for operation, out for about 7 months. Forced to come back, the team was in the relegation zone. Forced to come back where we are left with 4 games to get a point or 2. So I remember the last game against Chiefs. There was a blunder made by our goalkeeper, the colored guy.
Who's that boy, man? Now I'm forgetting.
Robin.
The tall boy, right? The one who was the under 23 keeper. Man.
I remember him.
Yeah.
I remember him.
Yeah.
And then he made a mistake, and we were celebrating, we survived relegation. We've got this point. Time gone, 90 minutes gone, and he made a mistake. Matebula turned, took the ball and scored. Then we were relegated. The following week, we're going to play Absa Cup final against SuperSport. Now, when the season started, after 3 games, I went to Roger and said to Coach, you must get rid of one of the center backs. It was Terema Oma and Lucky Club. Said one of them must go. These guys don't get along.
Benson, now you telling the coach I don't want these guys.
It was after 3 games. So I investigated. I found out these 2 don't talk to each other.
Oh.
And those are the 2 center backs who I left with, because Tony Coyle is left and Winston left.
For Sundowns.
So we're left with those 2 senior guys.
Yeah.
Terry from Gabon experience and Lucky and senior play.
Yeah.
So I said one of them must go because they don't want to get along and they want to cause division. They said I'm paranoid. I wrote that word down. Paranoid. I said, okay, I'm paranoid. So fine. Then when we were relegated, we went to play Absa Cup final. After the match, I gave Derek Plackens my medal. We lost against SuperSport. The silver medal, I gave it to Derek Plackens. So this is how paranoid I was when I told you I'm going to resign from football, retire. So I was prepared to retire from football. So the only option they had is to sell me to Sundowns.
You still had how many years in your contract?
I still have a year left. So...
Well, at that boss, you go straight to the boss, you're like, yeah.
I gave him the change.
Now we got relegated, plus we lost this.
I gave him my medal. I said, you must remember me. This is how paranoid I was. Because I felt they never understood that I understand the team. It's so sad to say one of them must go, but there was no solution because I tried to intervene, but I couldn't. They didn't get along at all. So if two boys can't get along, one must leave. Otherwise, the team goes down. Remember, we have to do the right things,
That's true.
even if it's painful, but we have to do it. So that word paranoid. So I told
Did you know what it meant?
I didn't understand it.
It meant back then.
Didn't
so I had to go
understand
like, take out the dictionary and
I didn't
just to find out what it
understand
meant.
So,
Yeah.
so it means I think I know too much, or I think I do better than other people. And the only thing I wanted is for Vets to be there, because I never thought I'm going to play for another team. Because I thought when you sign for PSN, you sign for a team, you must achieve with that team.
Of course, yeah.
That's how I perceive it. Moving club to club, I never thought I would do that.
Yeah, we all never thought of it. But then the move, where did the move come from, Sundowns?
I don't know. The Roger and Capalusi organized that move. So one day I was called to meet Mutsipe at the Sun team. We met, we talked, and then that's how I was signed for
The
Sundowns.
boss himself sat down with
the
him.
president himself.
Did he give you like a paper to say, write whatever, how much you want me to pay you? Apparently, that's what he used to do. Mr. Mutsipe.
You know, funny enough, all my contracts, I never even say how much I want to earn. They must just pay me what they think I'm worth. Because I believe too that if there's an argument in the boardroom, it's going to affect how they treat me. So I didn't want any argument with anyone. Just wanted to go in the pitch and play.
Sundowns, obviously, they were in the rebuilding process when Mr. Mutsipe took over the club. What you see now, that's what he was talking about 10 years ago.
He did, you know. He told us, yes.
And you get there, the first season, Sundowns wins back-to-back league titles. Tell me about the players that you had there, and like tell me, like those 2 seasons, bro. What is it? How was it for you?
Wow.
I mean, you come from, you just messed up your knees, and now you were relegated at Vets. Suddenly you go to Sundowns. You never thought you'd be there. They've never won trophies in like forever, and you get there. You just do well. How did that build you as a person? And like, just tell me about
the players that I got there, you know, it was amazing how they play football. They took me back to my township days. They took me back to school. They took me back to Phillies game, where we enjoy football. Everyone must touch the ball. So that was one thing that I appreciated. The squad could play the ball. You know, so when I watch European football, I saw it at Lorocop. So for me, it was, we play the same as they play in Europe, in the whole world. So I found myself to say, I'm in the right place where I'm going to learn football properly. Because some teams, where I come from, there were strict rules. Here, it was just total football. You know, it made me work on my technique, also made me work on my touches, on my skills. It was just wonderful to actually witness that there are good players in the country. Playing for Sundowns was one of those moments with a group of players I had there.
I mean, those 2 titles back to back. How did that? How
they were easy.
See, like, are you serious? Like, you think like
from Vets, we used to struggle to win, Baba. Yeah, there I used to kick, head up, take you off the pitch to the fans. Then you find out, you don't have to tackle a lot. The ball is always with you. That's why I say it was easy.
I mean,
I think when people say they know me best, they'll talk about Vets, not Sundowns. Sundowns, there was no need to do all those things. You know, we were in control of the game. It was my easiest and wonderful career of my life.
Remember, we're competing with Pirates. They had that generation.
Nah, they were competing with us.
But we had to do so well, because if we didn't do well, now those guys, they play one of the best football. You have to admit that Pirates then, as much as they didn't win titles, they were one of the best football.
They were.
Well, after us.
No, they were, because remember they used to give us hard time. To beat Pirates was chaos. I remember Zelis Parkway made us run. We slept the whole way back to Lorocop. No, they were quick. They were very quick. The thing about Sundowns is that the players were more intelligent. Even if when we speak, we're intelligent. So you find a home where you learn a lot in terms of individual as a person, and you learn a lot in terms of the game. So it was intelligent. At other teams, there's no the balance is half no football, half can play the game, half are trying to play the game. So at Sundowns, no one was trying to play the game. At Sundowns, we are shining each other. In fact, if you are in, you are shining the other one. So the competition was
crazy. Yeah.
So I never remembered worried about opposition. I was worried about the competition that if I don't play well, I'm out.
You can't make the first 11. Yeah,
so I didn't worry about opposition. Yeah. I was worried about me doing well every game, because if I'm not, I know I might not come back.
Come to think about it,
so that was one of the most wonderful and most fulfilling experience of my career, to play with the likes of Josta, surprise. People do different things on the ball. Mendu, he has his own unique things of doing his thing. Peter Ndlovu came, Nyandoro. We were not the same. We were not Ilerat. We were total different players playing the same game. Kaname. Carol's, you see the goalkeepers, three different style of keeping.
Principiano. The Argentine.
Kanu comes, he runs funny, soft touch on the ball, Toralba, the turning. It was art. Look, when you go to training, we're going to see art. You enjoy watching your teammates at training than to play against opposition. I couldn't wait to go to training after the game. I said,
it's true.
In the game, you just saw one dimension of players doing the same thing. There, you used to learn every day. Those are the type of the squad we had.
Tell me about the early stages of when Mr. Motsepe took over the club. The early stages. How was the atmosphere? How was the old man doing? When he just took over from obviously what is that family that used to own the club back then?
Mr. Zolamao, relict.
No. It was
the Kotolis.
The Kotolis.
The Titlas.
Yeah. So the early stages when Mr. Motsepe took over the club,
first 2 years he didn't win, then they bought me. I think that's why we had that meeting in Sandton, because Roger wanted him to understand me that if things don't go the right way, this one will fight. You must know that. This one will just fight. There's no star for this one. When I came there, when I meet my legend, Brian Baloy and them.
So Brian was part of the meeting?
No. When I went to Sundowns.
Yeah.
But now the saddest thing is that first day I was called around the team when we warm up in, and to explain myself who I am to Angel Kappa. And I told him I'm Benson Mhlongo. I said, okay, unfortunately you are bought by the president. I don't know you.
Yeah.
Here, Nyandoro is the one that plays in the midfield. That's why they gave me a chance at the back.
You were told us straight up like that forget it, Baba.
First day.
Forget it. And that's when Nyandoro took over from...
Nyandoro was playing
center, right?
Yes, he was the one that was playing there.
And you imagine getting there and you are told that we're going to sign you, but you're not going to play there.
You are not signed by me. You are signed by the president. Here, my number 6 is Nyandoro. So good luck.
How did that make you feel? Be honest. How did that make you feel when a coach is telling you that?
He doesn't know me. I'll make him to know me.
So you were looking forward to the challenge, basically.
Look. I started playing football by force, imposing myself to be a goalkeeper. No, it was not given that you want to play. Going to Vesa State 1 year, full season without playing. I said, this guy doesn't know me, he'll know me. I made him know me. At City Sharks, Polo Hawker used to play me left wing. I said, he doesn't know me, he'll know me.
Yeah.
So when a person doesn't know you, don't blame him. And you'll see, I'm training him, you'll see.
Yeah.
He eventually gave me an umpire, the same coach.
Would you agree that, the foundation that your generation back then laid the foundation of what you see now at Sundowns? The success that Sundowns is having right now. Would you agree with your work back then?
Our work.
No,
when we go on Tuesdays, when you go to Primi there in Midrand, and we sit at the team, we have lunch, we talk, whether you play, you don't play. I think that culture is the one that they are living now. I think that as a group, we've made that culture. by helping each other. We just fought for winning. We never fought for position. There was no rivals of fears of positions. No, we were improving each other. So the group laid that foundation, and be part of it and be given a chance to be one of those who becomes a leader. Actually, I've done nothing there. Mine was just to encourage and to look. That's why I was looking after these young boys.
Yeah.
Because the senior ones, they look after themselves.
Yeah, that's true.
So I said,
Yeah, they
maybe
love
they
this.
give me umbrella to look after my same age group. Maybe they'll understand me.
Me
So
too.
I think that's what made me to be a captain, just to look after my own age group. Maybe I understand them better.
Yeah.
Because those ones were very professional. I think they were getting tired of us. So they said, take care of your own.
How many seasons were you there for?
3 seasons.
The next thing I see you wearing the black and white colors. Like, how did that move even come? I mean, you did so well for Sundowns.
It was more politically,
Let's talk about that. Like, what happened?
It was more politically, When you grew up, there was a guy called Sobop from Soweto. He was playing during Jomo Sono's era. So I was playing in Wild City, and then Swallows wanted him and Pirates. So the supporters beat him to join Pirates, and he was blind. He used to coach me while he was blind. So my mother was afraid of that. To say,
coach, a blind coach?
No, it was my neighbor, but he was a good player. So they beat him and they went blind. Yeah. So that's how he stopped playing football. So he used to coach me when I go there. He used to listen to a radio. He said, hey, what position are you playing? I said, center midfield. He says, but why you hold on to the ball too much? What are the strikers must do if the radio is keeping calling you Mhlongo for long? So he told me the essence of, there are people that must do other job. If you hold on to a ball, what you must store weight. And so that's why I could release the ball very quick. So if a person can sense and hear and even tell you the truth without seeing you, then you know that there are divine powers and there are people more intelligent than me. So who I am to even say I'm good? All I say, let me do what's right. Then I'll find the rewards later. So that was that.
You making that decision going there, do you think because your neighbor played for Pirates, he used to tell you about the history at Pirates?
No,
or was it because
some guys,
hold up.
Some older guys came and say I must go there.
Is it because you were born in the same street as the chairman? Apparently, like, was he born in the same street as you?
Yes, I was born in 10th Avenue by the midwife. He was from 10th Avenue. So I only found out after I joined Pirates. For me, was the older guys came to me and said, Benson, Pirates not doing well. And that's our own from Alex.
Who's this guy? Who's this old guy? Are you gonna?
These guys, you can't mention their names.
Benson, come on. You gotta talk to me. So these are the guys.
There are guys that you can't mention names, but there are guys that are in control of what's happening in the
Baklani, they came to the house straight up like, we need you. So obviously they were sent by the chairman.
No. Supporters just said, we need you to go and help the team. The chairman never called me. But before then, two Villas wanted me and then the late Soto. So there was a time at the national team I was supposed to meet Mrs. Zoto Kozo. So I couldn't make that meeting. So I owe her that meeting. So for me because there's inquiry about me at Pirates and supporters, they want me to go there. So if supporters and there's inquiry about me, so let me officially process that meeting I was supposed to have with them.
But you still have a contract with Sundowns. You're doing well with Sundowns.
I was supposed to extend. I decided not to extend.
So Sundowns did give you a contract. They offered you a contract as well, but you overlooked it and you chose the Pirates.
I actually left from Sundowns offices straight to Horton. When they called me to say I must come and sign, I went to the office. Then I said Sundowns offices. So while I was there was Nahayo and Blackies. Those are two center backs. Remember, one was from the Chiefs, Big and Blackies.
Yes.
So they called Nahayo first, and I'm outside. They can see me say, "Oh, Benson here." They called Nahayo inside, and then they called Blackies after. So at that time, I felt I'm the captain of the team. I told them I'm from Mpumalanga. I drove quick to come here to sign and go back to Mpumalanga to see my kids. So I told them that I'm driving to sign and go back. So they made me wait while they are negotiating with the 2 center backs. So I just said, I think they find the replacement. I think it's for me to read between. I'm not needed anymore. I've done my part. Let me go and help where people they value me. So I just made the decision rather than when they signed and I went.
So when you came, you were coming to sign for Sundowns. You were staying.
Yes.
But how the treatment that you got on that day, what you saw also on that day, made you change your mind.
Yeah, they don't value me. And for now it's been a season. Pirates is after me. So why don't I go where they value me? The late Sizotwa wanted me. So wanted me to join Pirates. Gora Ibrahim mentored me to join Pirates. At the township, they want me to play for Pirates. Maybe I'm in the wrong place. I'm not needed. So I just felt, let me go to where people value and need my services. So I believe that Sundowns didn't want my service then.
Did you feel, I know you did well with Sundowns. You went to Pirates. Pirates hasn't won trophies in a long time, obviously, because you were winning trophies at Sundowns. Now you had Pirates, you get there, you were, obviously, you played a big role in Pirates winning that double, treble trophy situation. Do you think you were bigger at Pirates or your name was more recognized when you went to Pirates? Be honest.
One is Pirates has made my name bigger, definitely. Secondly, going to Pirates, knowing that I've been winning trophies. Remember, I know the secret. What can bring Sundowns down? When I look after those boys, they were 90% of them were playing.
Yeah.
So I knew that without those boys, they don't have a team. I'm no more there. No one is going to look after them.
So this decided.
So I knew that Sundowns no more that strong because no one will look after those boys. So I had a better chance because this was the second best team that was giving us trouble.
Yes.
It was them and Ajax.
Yeah.
So I knew there's a Pirates strength. And I knew that Sundowns want to make it without these boys. So I knew why I'm going there. And I knew we were going to win. But I was afraid of Ajax. And it happened that way Ajax gave us a run for our money in the first season.
Yeah, I didn't really.
Because that was only 2 teams that they were giving us hard time during our time at Sundowns. So I knew that going to Pirates is only Ajax that's going to be a problem. But the rest...
So you already counted out Sundowns. You saw it now. There's no way that,
remember, I'm a very detailed person.
Yeah.
Now the proof is I was looking after those boys. So I knew they need to be pampered also. They need you to follow them for them to focus. Not that they could do it. They know that I was pushing them. That's why I was in front. And if you're not in front, me and you are going to fight. Because remember, I know what you were doing yesterday. So you have to follow me. So that's why I was in front, for them to follow me. That was my way of making sure that they're in the pitch. So I knew without anyone looking after those boys, Sundowns is crippled because they are the ones that were performing week in, week out.
That's true.
So I look to details. Opposition, whatever, even my life. What makes it work? How can you make it work? What's strong? What's weak? When you're honest to yourself, it's easy to find solutions.
6 trophies. You get to Pirates. 6 trophies. You were there for how long?
4 years.
4 years, and you won 6 trophies with them.
Platinum, I won trophies.
And then, which was the best one for you? The best season, or for you, or which trophy was more important for you when you first?
The one that I won with platinum, coming back from ACL, PCL, MCL. No one gives you a chance. You're out from the game for 2 complete years, 24 months. They say you're finished, and you come back and you continue where you left off by just winning.
Let's say Sundowns, Wits, Sundowns, Pirates, and then you go to Platinum. That's where now you're going to end up. And you saying that that's the most important trophy, that's the most recognizable trophy that you've won in your career.
Because I put everything I've learned from these teams, from Wits, Sundowns, Pirates, together in order to show the vision to my teammates to say, football is not about age. Football is not about the name. Football is about preparation. And to have facilities that I believe big teams must have.
They're proper.
And to make use of them properly and win at the age of 32 against young boys, to overcome and to make sure that
you were 31.
I believe that understanding the game and preparing yourself can surpass even the young talent. Remember, the CBD were traumatizing people. And that time I'm injured. But when I came back, I silenced them with their speed and everything. Sundowns never beat me. Paris never beat me that season. All those 2 years, Chief never beat me.
Yes.
And to win all those trophies, I beat all the big teams. Sometimes you do things, you don't know the impact. And you find yourself not sure if it's the right thing to do. So behind the scenes at Vets, what I was doing with the players, behind the scenes at Sundowns, behind the scenes with Pirates, I said, if this is true, what I'm doing behind the scenes will work. Let me see. So I've done it purposely to see if working behind the scenes does make a difference. And it did. So that's why I'm a mentor, because I know paying attention to details, the results will come on its own.
36 caps for Bafana. Did well. I mean, some of us only had 2. I mean, proud of you. Like, I was not aware that, you got like 36. That takes a lot, for a person that there's a lot of skillful players more than you that would say, nah, Benson, this and that. You got 36 caps on your belt, right? But you miss out on the 2010 World Cup because of injury. How did that make you feel?
50% disappointed, 50% okay. Why? I've played AFCON. Confederation Cup. And I played AFCONs. I played against the best in Africa, and I played Confederation Cup, the best in the world. For me to play Kaka, a FIFA Ballon d'Or winner, I've achieved my goal. What more? Remember, it's individual. It's a sport that's got individual. I've managed to go pound to pound with a Ballon d'Or win. The best player in the world, Kaka. So I know what I can do personally. So I don't need to prove it in the World Cup.
So
I've done it. I've proven to myself that I can compete against the best. So I'm happy because paying attention to details, I've got my answers.
In the Bafana, you play one game, and then one of the boys starts showboating on the field. And you call out the meeting or in the changing room, you start shouting at the boys, you're like, they must stop showboating.
I have no problem with showboating, but as long as you eliminate people, or as long as the end of showboating, there's a positive pass that creates a goal. For me, it's not showboating. For me, it's delaying tactics. But if you're going to do that and lose the ball, it means you are lost in this world. My ambition was to win the World Cup. It was not to entertain people, to win the World Cup.
You want to win games.
Win
if
World
you're entertaining, you're going past the players.
Yes, you entertain him and Shibo and go past him. It's fine.
Because you make a mistake at the back, as a defender, they score.
They look, international, they don't have time. They punish you.
And now when you
can't get away with
messing up there, you don't score. Because that's what you guys used to say to us at the back. It's like, we're working. Just we're working here. You guys are not taking the chances. This is what I don't see a lot now happening in the game when players are like shouting. They're telling each other. It's like, dude, you must finish those chances because I'm fighting here.
Remember social media, these boys have power to say, so and so has said that to me, and then supporters would say he's jealous.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine a player fighting Lebohile, a centre back fighting Lebohile. They say, no, he's jealous.
Oh.
That's what the social media does, and that's what supporters do.
Jealous.
Supporters, they protect the skillful players more than the hardworking players. Supporters are more into entertainment than into a collective. You know, back in the days, we used to have our role model, Lucas Rateb, Mark Fish. Those were defenders. And up front, they used to have Massing. So everyone was praised equally. But this nowadays, we only focus on those who score goals. We forget about midfielders. We forget about the goalkeepers. Rowan is a goalkeeper because of of the penalty save. But if they scored those penalties, was one of those bad goalkeepers. So we've lost the block of acknowledging everyone in the park and only focus on those who score. So now defenders are afraid to even voice out or fight. People are afraid to lead because now it comes with a lot of criticism in the social media.
No, but you messing with my family money. This is my money. So you know how it is. I know, like, as a midfielder, I can lose the ball 20 times. I still have people behind me that are gonna work for me.
Supporters
But who works for you?
Supporters can destroy. They can bully.
That's true. That's true.
So I think they're afraid to be outcast.
Oh, yeah.
And to be a leader, sometimes you have to know that you have to take the punches. So I think we've got soft guys now playing the game.
Best, I've got this segment of 5v5. So I've got my 5v5. I want you to pick your best 5v5 to come against Josta's 5v5. Who will be in your team?
Let me hear your lineup first, so I can. Remember,
my show.
I pay attention.
No, Baba, I'm the boss here. So you tell me your 5.
Okay.
You tell me you wanna. See, he's trying to study me again.
Okay, one, I'm a mentor.
Yeah.
Okay, I mentor everyone. So now, if you wanna give me a weak team, I cannot come with superstars. I must find the balance, find a team that we're gonna compete. Remember, I mentor everyone, even you. I want to mentor you also.
Yeah, I know you always say that.
You know, so
you want me to give you mine?
I must say, because if I give you, listen, if I can give you mine first, you won't give me yours.
Let me give you mine.
We can try it. If I start with mine,
let me give you mine.
Let me show you.
Yeah.
I start with mine, you won't be able to give you mine. You'll be laughing.
Okay, give me yours then.
Okay. My goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Goalkeeper.
So you got 6. So you the 6th one. So I'll let you pick 5.
Okay, goalkeeper is Izinja Mhlongo, my mother. That's my goalkeeper. It's fine. You say so. Okay.
Yeah.
My 5 in the field, I'll have Gora Ibrahim as my center back, together with Roger Tissa. And then the 3 in the middle. On my right, I'll have AC Mnini. On my left, I'll have Floyd Mukhali.
This guy's got all these mentors.
This
is not fair.
Center midfield, I'll have Floyd Mbele. And up front, as a striker, I'll give it to Sipho Ngwati, my first coach at Amateur.
I would let you just score all the goals because I love all the people that you just chose.
I told you, you'll never even put a line up for me.
We never even spoke about this. May her soul rest in peace. Like, you went through a tough time with your wife. I know that, you lost her, through cancer. And how are you, dog? Like, how was that, stage? Like, how, I never knew up until you told me that, because I was like, how's your wife? Say hi to your wife. You lost her through cancer.
A life stopped. Just stopped it completely. Where I always wanted to see where I can take her. Just to love her and make sure that she achieves her dreams. And we had plans of my part where I'm gonna end up achieving in football. So to lose someone that knows where you started, why you playing the game, why you still in the game, no more there. Whoever's gonna hear the story will think you're bluffing, because she understood and know the days I used to cry, the days I used to walk at night at 1, thinking that I'm crazy about the ideas that I'm thinking, and I'm still on it. And she believed me, and she painted pictures of me to say, if no one has ever thought of an airplane, there were not going to be an airplane. Whatever you're thinking, do it. One day, people will understand when it started for you to have that dream. She's not there. She's not there to see it coming. She's not there to be part of it. So it's just stop. So it's only me, myself, that must believe and try to push myself towards something that I want to invent that I don't think it's happening now.
Sorry about that, my brother.
Thank you.
Yeah. I've got the last one. I know last one. Now we're done. Like the reader's question. Now we get to like give people t-shirts. You get to sign the t-shirt, and
Okay.
we'll choose if it's Sundowns t-shirt, Paris t-shirt, or the Vest t-shirt.
Mzansi.
Mzansi. Yeah. So
Bafana. I don't know why they call us Bafana. We old now.
yeah. So Kupelo, ne? SVA Kupelo says now Vets, Sundowns, Pirates, or Platinum Stars. Where would you say you played your best football?
Best football.
Yeah.
I don't know. They were different. I don't know. It's different. Nah, there's none of them have played my best football. None of them. I just fitted on what I needed to do. At Vets, I needed to crash everything in the field. I did that. At Sundowns, I needed to organize. I did that. At Pirates, I needed to lift the team and make them know how to win. I've done that. At Platinum, I had to prove to myself that I've made it through this injury. So every team's got its own reasons. So there's no best moment. I can say the national team.
This guy is always, I don't know. Like, why don't you just answer the question and like, why you gotta be smart all the time about everything that you're gonna say, bro? Like, whatever. But anyway, bro, like,
there's no smart. It's either I talk the truth or a lie. So if I'm gonna choose, it's a lie.
Anyway, Benson,
I'm lying to myself.
We can like have a chat the whole day, bro. But thanks for coming through and sharing your stories with us. A lot of people are gonna be watching this. And guys, thanks for watching and like thanks for listening as well. You can find us on Spotify, you can find us on iTunes, you can also find us on YouTube. Like, shout out to MTNFC for making this possible. And you can go to mtnfc.co.za to check out like the behind the scene footages. And like, check us out even next week. I'm gonna bring in you more. If you think Benson is big, I'm gonna bring even bigger people than Benson. No, there can't be anybody bigger than my boy right here. Guys, keep on supporting. We enjoy your support. This second season is happening only because of you guys. Sure.